Hello, beautiful souls. Today I'm going to share with you a brief meditation about travel and the stress that travel might cause, particularly over the holidays. Take a nice deep breath in and a nice deep exhalation. Traveling is different for each of us, and traveling can be stressful for some people for different reasons. It might be the mode of transportation. It might be the people you're traveling with, the people you're going to see or not see. It can be loads of different things. So we'll just do a very brief meditation. I'd like for you to get comfortable, and if you are okay with it, close your eyes. If you can feel safe having your eyes closed, go ahead and do that. If that's not your jam, then you don't have to close your eyes, or you can close them halfway. Do try to sit up nice and tall. So imagine there's oxygen coming in and it's traveling in and around the body through the spine. So if you can sit up tall, you'll get a lot more oxygen into the body and you'll be able to stay present more easily. So with your eyes closed, take your attention to your breath, inhaling and exhaling. Notice what's going on for you today. How are you doing? What are you feeling? What's coming up? And when you get distracted, take that attention back to the breath. Everybody gets distracted sometimes. Let that be okay. Be gentle with yourself. Take your attention back to your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Notice that you have a connection, an energetic connection to the earth. It is sometimes called a grounding cord, and it connects you to Mother Earth. Know that you can create that energetic cord at any time. If you notice, oh, I feel ungrounded, you can create a cord. If you notice, oh, my grounding is just a little off, you can get rid of it and create a new one in just a moment, simply by having the intention. Take a moment now to notice your grounding cord. And perhaps you'd like to create a new one. It could be made out of a candy cane. It could be made out of a rope, a chain, a tree trunk, a piece of string. You can be playful with it, a piece of licorice, whatever speaks to you right now. Have that grounding cord and know that you are securely connected energetically to the earth. Even if you're not sitting on the first floor of a building. And notice also that you have a space around you. It goes about 2 feet in each direction. It's called an aura. This is your energetic space. It goes in every direction, front and back, right and left, top and bottom. Just know that you have that space. Even if somebody is sitting right next to you, you have your space and they have theirs. And you can have some say in how that space looks and feels. More importantly, how it feels. So notice how your space feels at this moment. And imagine if there's anything in your space that doesn't quite sit right. Notice that you can send it out of your space simply by having the intention to move it on out through that grounding cord. Just let it go. For example, if you're feeling a little stress about holiday travel, imagine that you might move that out of your space and you can send it down into the earth simply by having that intention. And then take your attention back to your breath and to the center of your head. So between the eyes and back about halfway. That's a good place to rest your attention. The sixth chakra. Have your attention there, knowing you can always go back to the breath if you get distracted. And notice what comes up for you when you think about traveling for holidays. Is there any stress there? Perhaps you are responsible for getting a lot of people from one location to another, and that is stressful for you. Perhaps you don't feel like you can count on the other people. Perhaps you're traveling alone and you don't really like to travel alone. Perhaps you're wary of the people that you will come across at the airport, the hotel, at the gas station if you're traveling in a car. What brings anxiety to you when you think about traveling for holidays? Perhaps it's the destination. Perhaps you are a little uneasy about who you're going to spend your time with or who you're going to not get to spend your time with. Notice all of that and notice how it feels in your physical body. Rate that feeling on a scale of 0 to 10. 0 being I don't have any stress about travel. 10 being I am really uncomfortable about traveling. Just have that information and then let it go. It's very powerful to know what emotions we're feeling. And although you can't control a lot of things about travel, for example, whether the plane's on time or the cab's on time, or whether the line is long for security, or there's too much traffic on the road, or the weather is bad, you can control your reaction to things. And by being open to that possibility that you can have some control over your reaction to things, you can soften your reaction if that is what you're after. So imagine that you might soften the stress or anxiety that you are feeling about traveling. Breathing in and breathing out. And now begin to notice what would be ideal. What would you like travel to look like? And how would you like to feel? And notice if you're open to the possibility that you might begin to transform your emotions to be more like what you want. And you're not going to go from A to Z in just one meditation. It'll take some time. But being open to the possibility that you have some control over it can really soften your experience. Have compassion for yourself. Be gentle. How does that sound? Does it sound like it would be really hard to be compassionate with yourself? Try that on for a moment. And begin to visualize what a great experience would be when it comes to traveling over the holidays. What does great look like? Fill in the details. Where are you? What are you doing? Who are you with? Who's coming across your path? Are all the right people coming across your path just when you need them? Is the weather great? Is your plane on time? Fill in all the details, all the things that would be important to you. And notice, how do you feel now? What emotions are coming up now? And notice whether this is a place that you would enjoy being. If this emotion that you have right now is resonating with you as something you would enjoy, imagine that it can be something that you can carry with you as you travel for holidays. You might be just traveling across town, or you could be traveling across the ocean. Know that you can begin to influence your reaction to whatever's going to come up. And then you can have some fun with it. So notice if that feels true to you. Can you have fun with it? Is that crazy? Is that good? Do you like that? Breathing in and breathing out. Notice what it feels like to imagine that emotion as you travel. And just own it. Feel it in that space that we talked about earlier. It goes about 2 feet in each direction. Notice how that feels for you. Rate it on a scale of 0 to 10. 10 being, I really, really like this. 0 being, no. And then begin to color in that space around you with this picture that you've developed about what good looks like. Perhaps it's very detailed about every step of the way, or perhaps it's a color or a feeling. Just bring it in, whatever it is. Let it be simple. You can do it in just a moment. Sunshine is a nice thing to use. Most people enjoy the feeling of sunshine. So perhaps you're imagining the feeling of sunshine in your space, or the color, whatever you imagine the color to be of sunshine. And breathe in and breathe out, and allow it to be simple and easy. Finding compassion for yourself when you stumble along the way. Know that you can come back to the space that you've created. You can be gentle with yourself. Take a couple more deep breaths, just filling in your space with whatever it is that feels good to you at this moment. It's very dynamic. What feels good to you might be different tomorrow and the next day and the next day. So that's okay. Just fill in with what you need right now. Take one more inhale and one more exhale. And then when you feel like you're filled up with whatever emotion you're after, go ahead and open your eyes. Take another inhale and exhale. It's nice to take your eyes and spin them around in a circle or look at every corner of the room, kind of bringing yourself back to this present moment. And then it's also really nice to just stretch your hands up above your head and then fold yourself over and touch the floor with your fingertips. And then come back to seated. Thanks so much for joining today. May your holiday travel be stress-free.